because how are you supposed to take care of me if you can't even take care of yourself?
Is it possible that women prefer a guy that takes care of himself and that has a fit body? Every now and then I hear from guys saying, nah, dude, girls don't care about that stuff. And then some guys really do believe that women prefer a guy that is fit and healthy and that takes care of himself. I believe it's important to define the term being fit, or what you think being fit looks like from your perspective. So for example, for me, I think a guy who is fit has somewhat visible abs, some bicep veins, but also that's just the look. But his lifestyle is being aware and conscious of choosing healthier options, but still having fun from time to time, going on a date, having some good food, maybe a drink here and there, but enjoys things in moderation, and it is still disciplined day to day. So before I tell you my story, my experience, opinions, and perspective on how building a body that I'm proud of has landed me my dream girl, I'm going to address the elephant in the room here. I think most guys, not every guy, but a lot of guys, including me in the past and still to this day, do think that women might care more about a guy if he's somewhat making some good money or has at least money coming in. Maybe you don't need to be fit, you just need to have money. But I guess the real question is how much money, right? So I can't speak on behalf of all women. However, it is interesting though, because I have coached a few guys that make over 7 figures a year. And these guys are decent looking, like they're not in good shape. They struggle with their confidence, but their body is lacking and they don't feel good day to day. And in private conversations, when I spoke to these guys, they would tell me, Keith, there seems to be something missing. These women do know that I am in business where I make, this amount of money roughly maybe, but there just seemed to be something missing. And in private conversations, what I've learned is really the confidence aspect. So even if we think that some women really might prefer a guy that's making a lot of money, and we're talking like, how do you define a lot of money? But I do think it's important to take care of your finances and stuff. But we're talking about right now being in good shape and being fit. So the thing is when I talk to these guys that were making over 7 figures a year in their careers and their businesses, they just lacked confidence. They didn't have the confidence they needed with their body to feel more confident with women. You don't need to be fit to be confident. However, if you're just not feeling confident in yourself, or even with the ladies, like I did in the past, getting in good shape and building a fit body might help you tremendously. So I like to look at confidence like this. Confidence is proving to yourself that you can do something that is difficult, and you push through and you don't break that promise with yourself, and you prove to yourself that you can do it. AKA getting in good shape, seeing a little bit of definition in your tummy, and feeling good about yourself. However, if we are talking about from building a body that stands out in the crowd a little bit, and that you're proud of, and it's increasing your confidence, I do think that there is a status symbol tied to that. And the reason why is because you can't buy a body. It can't be given to you. It can only be earned. And I think that's really admirable when people get into relatively a good shape, good fit guy. It's like, damn, dude, what's your routine look like? That's impressive. So if you don't know me, real quick, I lacked a lot of confidence with myself. I was this skinny ginger kid, and I didn't talk to girls into high school, or even right after high school. It was kind of weird. I just didn't have the confidence to talk to women. I remember one girl in high school actually saying to me, I had a crush on her, but she was like, yeah, I like guys that have a little meat on their bone. I was like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, not like skinny hip bones. Because I was so skinny, my hips were showing, and I had a bone poking out of my chest. I couldn't really fill out a t-shirt properly. I didn't feel like I was in control, and I had this, it looked like I was swimming in my shirt. And I didn't want to be like this chubby, huge guy. I just wanted to have some broad shoulders and some visible abs and just a little bit more confidence with myself. And so I really lacked in that area. And that's why I started getting in good shape, was because I just said, well, if I get in good shape, it might help me with the ladies. And so that's what I started to do. And I've been working on my body for the last 10 years. And it's done more for me, though, in the long run, working on my body and working on my mindset and my mental health and everything. It's helped me develop character traits that I'm really, really proud of, and that I can take into my career, my relationship, everywhere. And do you think women like fit men?
Yes.
Why?
I do.
Why do you like them?
Okay. Well, I mean, I was attracted to you first and foremost because you have washboard abs.
Ooh.
So that was the first thing. I saw a photo of you on Instagram and was like, hubba hubba, that guy's ripped, and like your arms were really nice. But then when I met you and I realized your character traits of like discipline and passion and motivation that I'm sure you got from getting in good shape, that was when I actually really got attracted to you. And I think that if you were to ever not take care of yourself,
Wait,
I'm serious.
I'm just saying. It looks like I'm getting her.
This
to
is
read
not.
This. You
I
better
didn't know.
say this, but that's her opinion and perspective. But
Yikes.
But-
I think if you were to ever not take care of yourself, I would not be as physically attracted to you, because how are you supposed to take care of me if you can't even take care of yourself?
So how can you start becoming a guy that is more confident in himself by becoming fit? What do you need to do in order to reach that point where you're feeling good about yourself, comfortable in your own skin, you're fit, you can attract a partner into your life and just go out there and live life? I'm going to keep it very simple, okay? I have some notes here. That's why I got my computer open. I'm going to keep it very simple, get straight to the point, and give you as much value as I can. Obviously, first things first is we have to start lifting weights. Now, I said we have to start lifting weights the right way. What is the right way? There's so many different people out there selling programs and training programs. I think most fitness influencers out there are selling you a program or a lifestyle they don't even live themselves. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here. We're going to keep it simple and basic. What I like to do, or what you should be doing, is focusing on linear progression training models. This is tracking your sets and your reps, making sure that you have an objective when you go to the gym and stick to that rep range and get stronger week by week. If you're trying to build muscle, you're trying to tone up a little bit, you want to maintain your muscle when you're toning. It's hard to push a lot of weight sometimes when you're in a caloric deficit or in a fat loss phase. You're eating less calories than what your body needs. However, a linear progression training model paired with hypertrophic training models that will work best for you. That's sticking between 8 to 15 reps and focusing on compound movements as well. That's squats, deadlifts, overhead press, chest press, bench press, and getting good at these movements. And from time to time, recording yourself, looking at the movement, seeing if you can get better. So there we go. Lifting minimum 3 times per week. You don't need to go to the gym very long. You can, I think sometimes most of the guys that I coach one-on-one, we're in the gym for like 45 minutes minimum to tops maybe an hour and 20, depends on their lifestyle and how busy they are. But you don't need to go to the gym 6 times a week. If you want to, great, but you got to make sure your recovery is on check and all that stuff. But yeah, lifting weights, starting there. Now, to get lean, getting lean and staying lean can be quite hard for a lot of people. However, once you get there, once you start actually incorporating some healthier options and choices into your lifestyle and you're feeling lean, it can be easier to stay there once you start to look at everything from a perspective of, well, you know, when you eat bad food, when you eat the McDonald's, when you drink the beer, you're going to feel like crap the next day because your body's going to reject it. You don't want that. But the thing is you still want to enjoy things from time to time. You don't want to be the weirdo that's just going out and about and not enjoying anything. So that just comes down to balance and moderation. So in order to get lean, for sure, this is what I have to say. Most of the time, it's going to come down to 80%. It's going to come down to your nutrition when you're getting lean. Yes, training is important. Sleep is important. Recovery, that's all really, really important. But when it really does come down to getting lean, it's focused more on nutrition. So again, you probably hear a lot of different things, but sticking to 1 gram of protein per body pound. Sticking to single ingredient foods. Now, I give a list to my guys, my one-on-one coaching guys, the single ingredient power food list. And we follow an 80-20 rule, which is 80% of your total calories should be single ingredient food lists. 20% should be fun foods that you can enjoy, maybe not day to day, but a few times per week. And single ingredient power food lists are like potatoes, chicken, rice, salmon, beef, eggs. These are not really processed, or obviously not ultra processed foods. Like, we're not talking about bags of chips here, but getting lean can be difficult, but a lot of it's going to come down to your diet and hydration and how you're moving throughout the day. If you're focused on getting a lot of steps, that's somewhere where you can start. Then you're going to add in exercise, energy expenditures. You're going to focus on some sort of cardio output. What I think right now, which is best, is focusing on something that is less low intensity, steady state sort of cardio. The reason why, it's not high impact, it's easy to recover from. But if you like sprints, if you like running, you like doing fighting, any of that stuff works. But just make sure that you can recover properly and your sleep is in check. Next, I have written down is master your mindset and your discipline. So one thing I want you to remember, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video right now about how to get fit and become unstoppable and attract more things into your life, is stop relying on motivation, because motivation is a feeling and you have to focus on discipline. Discipline is an action, and if you focus on discipline when you're not feeling motivated, you're going to be able to achieve your goals and you're going to stay consistent for a very long time. So that's key to remember. And one thing I want to share right now is I heard this on a podcast the other day. I'm going to try to remember off the top of my head. Okay. So it's the fact that I think it goes, a man that makes a promise to himself and that ends up breaking that promise is eroding his reputation. And your reputation is like your self-credit score. And so your reputation is your self-credit score with other people. And so you want to make sure that your reputation is to someone that when you say you're going to get in good shape, you're going to follow through. I think this was Bedros Keuilian that said this, that quoted this. I heard this and I listened, and it really aligned with me, because I thought, damn, yeah, your reputation is important to yourself, but how other people see you. So if you say you're going to do something, you should try your best to follow through. And I think the reason why a lot of people end up, they want to get in good shape, they try, but they fall off because they're doing too much. And you have to slowly build the habits to stay consistent and build that momentum over time so that you can stick with it, and then increase the amount of effort or that you do in your day-to-day in order to stay in shape long term and like really change your life. I think a lot of people just jump off the cliff and they try too much too quickly, and it's too overwhelming. So reputation is important. You have to stop breaking promises with yourself. That's something that I've done for a very long time, is breaking promises. It took me years to step on stage to compete in bodybuilding shows or men's physique shows. And then my friends would always like call me out about it. Like, dude, also YouTube. Like, I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm trying to learn my best. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot. You're not perfect. You're not a robot. I'm just giving you guys my take. But I started YouTube a long time ago, and I was like posting videos, and then I fell off completely, like for months. And then now I'm trying to stick to one video per week, and I want to do more because I know if I do more, it's going to have a better return, but I can't do more right now. I have to build up the discipline and the consistency. So master your mindset and your discipline, and accountability matters. I think you really have to find people out there that are going to root for you and that are going to challenge themselves, and you guys can work together. So in my one-on-one coaching program, like, I'm building a community on WhatsApp. The guys have WhatsApp access to me one-on-one. I send voice notes, we chat, we communicate, I give them education, I help them stay accountable. And that's the thing, is you need to find people that are going to hold you accountable, because sometimes it's hard to do it on your own, because you might fear there's different things that you might fear. I posted a YouTube video on this actually. You might fear like success in itself. Like, if you actually start to become successful in your physique, you might fear that people are going to look at you differently, or people are not going to want to hang out with you because you're too disciplined. Like, those are things that I thought about long ago when I first started my fitness journey. So yeah, those are my top tips. Hopefully that's helpful with you guys. I want to start from there, is focus on your training, start focusing on your diet, drinking lots of water, getting lots of steps in, hitting your protein, focusing on your mindset, journaling, self-development, books, getting around the right people, and just start taking slow actions. And if you need help with that stuff, you guys can apply for my one-on-one coaching program. It's called UMP, Unique Male Performance Program. And I'm going to help you lose fat, build muscle, and absolutely change your life and become more confident in yourself. So that's link in the bio. But anyways, it's a really quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I do think that women do like the guy who is more fit and taking care of himself. So let me know your thoughts and perspective. Coach KP over and out. Hope you like the setup. I've tried to sit in front of the camera and get her done today, and I got her done. Anyways, boys, I'm out. See you later.